All right, y'all. Let's try this again. Can y'all hear me now? Cause if it's not working, then I'm just gonna have to do something else. It's gotta be StreamYard, cause I can't even hear it on my phone. Come on in and let me know if y'all can hear me. This is crazy. All right, what's happening now? Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Okay, thank you. Lord have mercy. This is getting crazy. I'm like, what is going on with my phone? So my other phone must be tripping because I can't even hear myself on YouTube from over here. So good. I'm glad y'all can hear me. All right, y'all. We're gonna have to sit through this intro one more again. Okay, we're gonna have to sit through this intro one more again. All right. I'll be right on back, and y'all better not leave this live. We're gonna get into it real quick. Like the video on the way in.
Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, go on with it. Do us. So we are coming here with a force. Yeah, blessings we are reap and we coursing on full. Oh, we the rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks like we need it the most. We have to give thanks like we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life, man. But thank God for the journey that's good plus. Yeah, gratitude is a must. Yeah, blessings all for my right hand. But I toast to the friends that they come to me, Lord, one time. Sit down in a class and we pour that all this in the road and we go on with the road.
Looking for ways to improve your health? Look no further. Visit www.shayrenee.net, where we provide healing beyond the prescription pad. We have hand-blended teas and herbs that are going to provide you with ultimate immune health, cold-pressed juices, as well as sea moss gels that are going to provide you with your daily vitamins and nutrients in just 2 tablespoons. Shop www.shayrenee.net and receive free shipping on all orders over $75. Don't wait, because a healthy life is ahead. All right, y'all. We're going to mic check 1 2 1 2 one more good time. Let me make sure I can hear myself. I can't hear myself on my phone. You know what? I think my phone is connecting to a headset. That's what I think. I'm happy the sound is working. Okay, y'all can still hear me. Okay, good. All right, y'all. Let's get into this episode, okay? Y'all, Marcel is full of bullshiggity. I don't know if, throughout this entire episode, I don't know if people have told him that, oh, you really put him in that place when you said that. Oh, you really be getting them, bruh. You really don't. You really don't. And I'm glad that finally everybody on this show is starting to point out to him how stupid he sounds, because he keeps on giving all these, colloquialisms. He's trying to do all this wayward talk onto the side like somebody cares. I loved it when we get to that scene where he was like, it's just like me having a birthday party and I invite you and you think the party is about you. Shut the up. What in the final are you talking about when you say stuff like that? Like, I can't have conversations with people like that because it make me want to smack them. That's what that would do for me. It would make me want to smack fire out of you, because you playing on my intelligence constantly when you the dummy. And that's what pisses me off. You are a fool in clown shoes sitting here with your tight shirt and your tight pants over here trying to look like everything you say is tight. It's not. You sound like a fool. And I'm glad that Melody put him in his place, because every time he tried to talk in circles and say some bullshit to her, she was like, no, let's back it up. Because what are you saying when you say that? And that's the problem. A lot of people don't do that. He says stuff so fast and he tries to wave it under the radar like he's smarter than you. And he's not. He's not smarter than anybody. He's not even smarter than a fifth grader. You look and sound like a Sambo toting clown. That's what you're doing. Because you on TV doing jigs, trying to be funny, and you're not. You're not. You've been sitting over there clowning Tisha for so many years, and she's been letting you get away with saying all this dumb bullshit to her that she's not checking you, that you think this works with everybody else. And it doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. And your brother Maurice over there laughing at the stuff that you're doing, thinking that it's funny when you supposedly checking people and throwing jabs. Then you try to say, "Oh, I was a straight A student in school." Who gives a fuck? So was I. Like Kimmy said, so was I. Really was. But that don't mean that everybody should listen to me and everything I say makes sense. Because sometimes I might say some shit that be like, "Girl, what the fuck you talking about?" You just happen to do it every time you open your mouth, Marcel. And that's the problem. You think you're funny, and you're not. The stuff that you say makes absolutely no sense. And now everybody is staring at you for the clown in the middle of the crowd that you are. You don't stand out. You just sound dumb. But moving on, Marcel's sitting at this table with Mel, y'all, trying to really look like he doing some things in life, and he's really not. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad that Mel didn't let him deflect throughout this whole conversation. So he's sitting there deflecting about him having, all the stuff Mel's talking about him coming for her over social media wars and things like that, and trying to throw the little side jabs. And she's basically like, just admit that you be throwing jabs. Just admit it. It is what it is. He says, "Well, I don't really be throwing jabs. I'm just, saying, I'm just saying what it is. I'm not throwing jabs." Then she was like, "You're throwing jabs, Marcel." And then he double talks himself. And he says, "Well, I love my jabs. I want credit for every single jab that I throw." What? You want credit for saying some bullshit? Because the stuff that child. Moving on. After he says he owns his jabs, then he tries to shade Mel, saying she has a small business that isn't doing anything. Basically, he said, "I don't want to have small businesses that really aren't doing anything, coming up on my platform." This is where it pisses me off. Because did you really think that you was going to slide that right on by her? That's the part that makes me mad. Because I want to know how this has been working for so long. Because you seem to keep doing it. You seem to keep trying to say stupidity to people. And it must have been working for a while, because people must not check you when you say this stupid shit. Is it after 7 minutes? Because I guess to talk my shit now. Okay. How long, Tommy, has this shit been going by with other motherfuckers? Because that shit wouldn't slide with me ever. Ever, ever. You try to say, because I don't, businesses that it's like you're just throwing businesses against the wall, and you're trying to figure out what sticks. When people do stuff like that. But you sitting in my face with your clown ass saying this shit to me, and you think that I'm not going to pick up that you're talking about me? Who the fuck do you think you are? That's just what I want to know. Who the fuck does this nigga think he is? Because you ain't shit, player. Who the fuck do you think you are? And why the hell would I ever give a shit about your opinion? What have you done to make me care if I'm male, whether you give a fuck about my business or not? Let me tell you something. This bank account that I'm cashing these ducats in, that's all the fuck I care about. I don't give a shit what you or your raggedy ass dimple bootied wife got to say about me. Because I don't play about my business nor my coins. Okay? So you sitting over here telling me you don't have respect for a t-shirt business, but then talking out the side of your ashy ass lips, then saying, oh, well, I sell t-shirts too. Bitch, don't nobody give a fuck about what the fuck you selling. Then let me get to the point where he really pissed me off, y'all. He gonna try to say, Mel was like, it was okay for me to speak when y'all didn't have to, when you thought you thought you had me and you thought you didn't have to pay me. But then when I said that you got to pay me, now I'm not good enough to speak. You're not good enough to speak, Mel, because this a broke ass clown over here. You're a clown, Marcel. You're broke. The nigga broke, man. He ain't got no money. So you want to sit over here and act like you got money when you living from pillar to motherfucking post on TV, and we see that shit. Then you gonna try to say Mel filed bankruptcy. Mel said, yeah, I did, because I was getting rid of businesses that me and my husband had together. He filed bankruptcy, so you think I'm gonna sit back and pay for the bag? No. So I filed bankruptcy too. But let me show you something. I'm not living in bankruptcy. No, baby. No, baby, I'm not living in bankruptcy, because over here, you see that you see that G-Wagon I'm pulling up in? You see these trips I'm going on? You see these packages that be packaging? Okay? Oh, and remember, you ain't want to pay me for speaking? Yeah, I be getting flued out to go do that. So that's okay if you brokey and can't give me the coins for it. It's other people that's paying me. I got my money. I get it how I lives, baby. What the fuck you over here doing? Because you seem to have a lot of time to come to this coffee shop with me, because you ain't doing shit. That's what bothers them. You know what? Don't try to clown us in this scene, Marcel, and act like you don't know what Mel be doing. You don't know what her businesses are. She said, and yo, check it. Property preservation? Yeah, I've been doing that. Matter of fact, I taught you how to do that so you can make a bag. How you like me now? Ta-da. So don't play with me. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Baby, we're going to stay in it, in this conversation, because what you're not going to do is sit here and try to play me. And last but not least, what he tried to play my girl on. Oh, you only, you know what I mean? And plus, it's people coming to this event, you know what I mean? Like, they're wanting somebody that's going to teach them how to do something, you know, and you have a platform. And Mel, I wish she had checked him, because he slid this one right on by. And I don't know if production just edited it out, because I know my girl probably got him. You slid this one in. He tried to say that the only reason that Mel is successful is because she's on TV. Well, you bitch ass nigga, that's the only reason why people come to black. How about that? Because that's what you did when you got on TV. And how about, riddle me this, Batman, you don't even own that motherfucker by yourself. You own that bitch with 9 other motherfuckers. So maybe you should bring them on the show so they can get some clout. Because even now, when you filming in that bitch, we don't see that motherfucker full, and your clown ass is on TV. You getting sued. Like Mel said, she was like, oh, well, maybe I wouldn't want to have somebody that's getting sued about $5 million plus doing events. Maybe I don't want to attend an event with somebody that's getting sued. Thank you, Mel, for saying that. Because this bitch ass nigga want to sit here and act like, you know, he's saying some profound shit when he over here talking a bunch of bullshit. And let's rewind it on back. When he tried to talk about Mel and bankruptcy, Mel checked that ass. She said, respect it or check it. I filed bankruptcy because my husband tried to leave me with the coins. You filed bankruptcy because your ass is broke and mishandling your funds. You the one over here going to Rent-A-Center, my nigga. Let's not forget about Mel's line of pillows and decorations and things. Maybe you should come and see if Mel got a rent it to buy it plan, since your broke ass don't have no money to buy shit outright. She can help you decorate like Tisha want to decorate this house that you done Bob the built 7 to 8 times over. Marcel, you are a bona fide fuckboy. And Tisha, your dumbass married him and you're staying in it like an idiot. And I really hope that I'm wrong. I hope that Tisha behind the scenes is playing this nigga for the clown that he shows us that he is, pinching that red nose every fucking Saturday at 8 o'clock Central Time. My nigga. That nigga is trash. Basura. And I'm so glad that he is getting uncovered on this show this season. How in any way, shape, or form that they're going to uncover it. I am sick and tired of men in particular. And it's women that do the shit too. You want to you talk and keep talking, but you ain't never saying shit. And I eyeball motherfuckers like that all the time. Every time somebody that's talking to me be talking a bunch of bullshit, I don't got time to waste, player. Cause you know what I do? I stop you in your tracks and I say, hey, you on that bullshit. That's what it sounds like. I'm gonna go ahead and head on out. Anybody that knows me will tell you, I don't play with no fake ass niggas, no fake ass bitches. I don't want to be around no fake shit. And if you see me distance myself from you, I ain't fucking with you. Please understand it's you. Because I don't want to be around no bullshit. And that's exactly why Mel distanced herself from Marcel, Tisha, and all these motherfuckers season after season after season, because you are a bunch of fake ass clowns. That's exactly what all of y'all are. You're faking the funk. And we're all sick of it. Take the wizard's curtain from in front of Marcel and Tisha. Because your voice ain't as glaring as it was in the past. We see you. We see each other. We see you. We saw you. And we continue to see you for the bullshit that you keep on bringing on this show. Stop trying to come for Mel. And Mel closed this out ever so sweetly when she said, listen, stop playing with me. Please stop playing with me. Because she basically said it without saying it. She said, you wouldn't have shit if it wasn't for me. So don't you ever disrespect me again. Because just like I giveth, I can taketh away. And if he don't notice, she's slightly pulling it back on him now. To let you know, this my shit. This my show. You see Nell and Chris Fletcher? Oh, y'all think Nell and Chris Fletcher is just here because Mel liked them? They gonna replace them bitches. And they don't even know it. They're testing the audience, in my opinion, right now to see who they can replace these lion ass Scots with. Maurice and Kimmy ain't brought shit ever. Ever. They don't never be talking about nothing. So they're not bringing anything to the show. Y'all can be the core 6 all you want. But if the core 4 is always a bore, then why the fuck am I going to keep you on my show? I'm going to get rid of you. If they can get rid of Monique and Chris Samuels on Love and Marriage DC, and they were supposed to be the main cast and everybody centered around them, please believe all the Scots can get the fuck off this TV show. Because y'all are giving absolutely nothing but bullshit. And we're sick of it. The audience is sick of it. And finally, Carlos King is seeing that the audience is the audience is the way to go. You need to listen to the people that watch this show. Because if we don't like it, you got to let it go. Because you ain't going to have nobody looking at this show after a while, if you keep on letting Marcel play in our face on TV, because that shit is triggering. It's triggering to watch people allow somebody that's dumb as a box of fucking rocks, okay, constantly play with them in the face. And we looking at the TV like, I know you fucking lying. I know you ain't gonna let this nigga talk to you like that. He would never talk to me like that. And every single person that sees him do the shit, that's our response. And it's like, y'all playing with us, right? This gotta be y'all playing with us. Because this shit would never happen in real life, my nigga. Seriously. This video is not going to get monetized. So we're about to have a good old conversation, okay? Let's move on. This scene with Tiffany and Lewis. Tiffany, stop complaining all the time. Tiffany pissed me off in this scene. Let me say this, y'all. Tiffany gonna ruin her marriage trying to cause some bullshit on this TV show. She wants to be seen and she wants to be looked upon so bad on this TV show that she's going to fuck up her marriage. That's what she's going to do. Because you over here basically in so many words trying to say that this man is a terrible father and this baby ain't been out your coochie for 3 weeks. What the fuck is wrong with you? Don't sit over here trying to make your husband look like a bad dad when he told your dumb ass, and I'm going to say this respectfully or disrespectfully, however you want to take it, you are a nagging ass, never satisfied bitch. Because you sat up there and tried to find every little thing to complain about this man. This man told your tired and delayed ass that life was going to change as we know it when you have this baby. Now, I do think that Tiffany is actually going through postpartum, and for that, I sympathize with her. But what you're not going to do is sit up here and put that shit all on your husband. You started this shit early when you went to Dr. Francis and you taking work over him left and right. He's constantly telling you he needs sex. So he not feeling like y'all connecting enough. But guess what you dumb bitches do? Oh, let me bring a baby into it. That's going to make it better. No, that babies don't never make the shit better. Newsflash. Okay? Babies never mend something that is broken. Okay? Look at fucking Marcel. Oh, Dingleberry brain still can't post him. Stupid ass. Still can't put him out in public. Still can't literally take a picture where he's looking in the camera with her and be like, hey, out with my boo. Or be like, oh, we together. She still can't do that. And that little baby that little boy didn't help her get closer to being able to do that. Because he's still out here searching for Melody 2.0. She'll never have him. Tiffany, you are married to the man. And you trying to do too much. You're trying to put on too many shows on this camera. And for the shits and giggles of everybody that's watching. And let me tell you right now, that shit ain't entertaining. Don't nobody want to see you trashing your husband all on the TV. You knew that this man had to travel and do this and do that for work. Tiffany thought that man was going to be sitting in that house taking care of that baby while she went and built her business. That's what Tiffany thought. Babies don't ever solve problems, women. They don't. They don't. Now, are babies a blessing? Absolutely. Absolutely, they're a blessing. And I think that they're going to figure this thing out. And I'm glad that Lewis didn't dive into her bullshit. Tiffany is never satisfied. She went from, I need help in the house, to, I feel like I'm not doing enough. Even when I do things, I feel like I'm not doing enough. You're not here to do enough. But now I appreciate you because I realize, the little things that you used to do, like clean out the dishwasher and, take the boys to school and take the dog out in the morning and do this and do that. Now I'm realizing those things were super helpful to me. But you trashed it. Like when you say the little things, like, it's like you didn't respect it. But now you see how those little things really mean a big thing in your life. Having to leave out in the morning to walk a dog and take a dog out at night, and you got a newborn that you got to tend to. Then you got 2 other kids that you have to take care of, and they're juniors and seniors in high school. They got a lot going on. And Lewis was handling all this stuff by himself, and you didn't appreciate him. And now you mad because he's not there to do it all so that you can keep doing what the fuck you was doing. No, bitch, you decided to have this baby. period. You hounded him until no end so that you can have this damn baby. And now you want to throw it all on him like it's his responsibility by himself to get this, to raise this baby. This man took this job before y'all had this baby to be the assistant coach at Alabama A&M University. You knew that. You took on new clients talking about you talked all this shit about how, oh, I'm going to be breastfeeding the baby in my meetings. I'm going to be doing this. Girl, you lost your mind. You did. And you doing the most by belittling. You trying to belittle your husband to no end on this show. And I don't know if you're doing all this hoot nanny bullshit so that you can stay on this show, because I get it. When you got two kids, I think one is in the 11th grade and one is in the 12th grade, right? They get ready to go. That's college time. They both probably getting ready to go to college. Y'all need the coins to get it going and get it popping. So what you need to not do is be trying to discourage this man, because he said he's trying to keep y'all financially in a situation where y'all can be good. You divorced the last man because you felt like y'all ain't have enough money. And he ended up, God rest his soul, passing away because he's spending his life trying to make you happy, and you ain't never gonna be happy. Then, girl, why are you playing with us talking about some, yeah, I've gained all this weight and I can't even go to the gym. Tiffany, you wasn't taking your ass to nobody's fucking gym before you had this baby. Bitch, stop lying to us. I hate when people play with me. Don't lie to me. You ain't did a 2-step on a treadmill and never. Okay? So you ain't worrying about going to no gym, girl. Stop lying. Leave Lewis alone. Let him go and do the things that he need to do, because your ass wanted this baby. So now, and don't try to make him seem like some deadbeat dad talking about some, well, and then she try to go into talking about, well, you always talked about how your dad wasn't. Lewis did not ever say on this TV that his father was just so bad of a person. His dad was so bad, and he didn't know how to be a father, and his father was never there or something. You trying to make it worse than what it was. He was like, that was when I was like 12 and 13 or whatever. But my boys, they know who I am. Like, I'm around. Like, I do everything for my boys. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? So don't try to make a thing a thing. And what you're not about to do is try to make this man sound like he's a deadbeat dad on TV. Because you were praising how great of a dad he was before, which is why you wanted to have this baby. You dumb, but you ain't slow. You knew that man was a good father, and you just wanted to have a baby that had both of y'all blood in it. That's what you wanted. But now you got to suffer the consequences. This baby is definitely a blessing. He's a cute little thing, but he don't deserve to be the source of your drama. Knock it off, Tiffany, and respect it or check it with your husband. This man is doing the best he can, and you keep having him in the middle of bullshit left and right. And I have to give kudos to Lou, because every time she would come at him with some negativity, he would come back to her with positivity. Like at the end, he made a real good point. He says, what do you need in this moment? What do you need from me? Okay. And he's like, is it, more attention? What are you lacking? What are you like? Do you need more attention, or you need more attention, or you're getting no attention? What is it? She said, I need more. He said, okay, so it's not that I'm not giving you any attention, or I'm not showing you any love. It's just you're not getting the amount that you would like to have. Noted. He's like, there's a difference. And I'm glad that he pointed that out to her, because he made it very clear that what you're not about to do is bash me and make it seem like I'm out here just living my best life, and you cooped up in the house with our baby, and I'm not helping you do shit. I don't appreciate her trying to create that narrative for this man. This man, we can clearly see that that man takes care of home, and he loves his wife, and he takes care of his children, and he's trying to be there the best that he can for the baby. But the baby came around a time where it's baseball season. He done took this other job. This is probably helping filter business to the compound where they over there training people. So Tiffany, stop it with the bullshit, because you over here don't. I'm telling you right now, sis, don't try to cause unnecessary drama with your husband to create entertainment on this show. Talking about people keep on saying, "Where's Lewis? Why aren't you here?" Girl, no, they not. They know that man love you and he's there for you. You over here playing. Moving on. Everybody gathers for the Black Expo conversation. And before Mel arrives, Marcel decides to try to take a little jab at Mel again, talking about something. Yeah, everybody came in and sat down, and then they were like, who's coming? And Tiffany was like, yeah, Mel is coming. And Marcel was like, yeah, me and Mel left for lunch. You know, we had a little lunch the other day. And I basically told her, I don't respect her business or whatever. And I told her to her face. Shut the fuck up, Marcel. You try to come in here and you look like Boo Boo the goddamn fool. You try to pump your titties, your tigum bitties out, took your daggone D-cup bra off, trying to stick your chest out like somebody give a fuck about what the fuck you talking about. You lying. Trying to act like you checked mail. And they were like, what? You said that to her? Like, really? Oh my gosh. And he's like, yeah, I told her I don't, I don't respect no t-shirt business or whatever. And I don't respect nobody that's just, selling anything and, to the community. Cause, basically she's on TV. That's the reason why, she's selling all this stuff. Again, Marcel, maybe because of the fact that you on TV, you wouldn't be in a lawsuit for $5 million plus, because then motherfuckers will actually want you to do some work in their house. Maybe you would have more credibility because you on TV. We ain't seen a project that was finished on TV. Finish a project. Idiot. How about you finish a project on TV? Maybe that'll give you some credibility. Because guess what we see on TV with Mel? Mel actually packs her products, ships them out, and guess what I see in real life? My package get here. In real life, my skin cleared up. Yeah, in real life, I've seen people take her property preservation class and actually make money. So don't and stop playing with me with this whole you on TV, that's why you making money stuff. That's a lie, because there's a lot of people on social media that's selling products and y'all ain't buying them. Why? Because their credibility is trash. It's shot. Y'all don't buy everything that you see from your favorite social media people. You don't. And no shade. If that was the case, I know y'all love me. I would be sold out on my website every damn day if that was the case. But shout out to the people that do buy from me. Selfish plug, shayrenee.net. The people that have used my products, love them. But that's just a side note. If that was the case, everybody would be going into business. Everybody would be an entrepreneur if it was that easy. Somebody like you, somebody, think you cool, then they gonna buy from you. That's not true. You have to know how to market yourself. And Marcel, you're not marketing yourself well at all. You or Tisha, y'all credibility is in the toilet. Melody's credibility is through the roof. And you over there hating, that's your problem. That's your problem. Shout out to 41 and Fit. Thank you so much for the super sticker. 41 and Fit, y'all. I want y'all to go ahead over there and follow her. She has her YouTube channel where she's going to be doing a whole healthy regiment for y'all. She's doing some life changes. I watched her go live. And I hope I'm not putting too much out there, 41 and Fit, but I respect what you're doing. She's going to be showing you how to do different workouts, eating healthier, things like that, just living a healthier life, because as we are getting older, that's going to be very, very important, keeping our systems clean with all this food that they got out here, putting diseases in our food, child. We need all the information we can get. So y'all going over there and follow 41, subscribe to 41 and Fit's channel. She's going to have some good information and resources over there for y'all. So thank you so much for joining us, Ladybug. Thank you so much. So y'all, back to these clowns at this town hall meeting. Mind you, this town hall meeting was a waste of time. Oh, no problem, sis. Of course, of course. You know, I'm all about the health and wellness, child. I'm all about it, okay? Even though I be on here talking trash. That's a side note. So Marcel is talking trash, and Martel ironically jumps in, and he's like, no, because what you're not about to do is be talking about Mel and her products. Like, would be selling her products even if she wasn't on TV. Like, what is your product? He was like, people can give information. You trying to say because we're on TV, that's the only reason why our business was successful or her business is successful? If that's the case, a lot of the stuff that you sell and a lot of the stuff that you're doing is irrelevant. So what you talking about? How you gonna act? Because even though I got my ex-wife in court every 5 minutes, what you're not about to do is talk about her right about now. Because if you're talking about her and her businesses from the past, then that means you slick talking about me. And what you're not about to do is talk about Martel. Okay? And Martel proceeds to talk about how even cutting grass, he used to cut grass and do things or whatever. And so with that, he could talk about humble beginnings and how they got to where they are. And that's the thing. Their humble beginnings is what got them on to be able to talk to Carlos King and pay for a session with him to talk about a TV show. So, of course, Mel would have things to go up there and talk about to help people to be successful. What are you talking about? So don't try to make it seem like this TV show is the only way that y'all are really making it. Oh, thank you for your Cash App, Miss Valerie Black. I appreciate you so much. The real VB. Thank you. I appreciate you. Child, I gotta remember what to say on these things. I don't want to be putting nobody government out there, child. My bad, if that's the case. So moving on, y'all. But thank you for your Cash App. So they move on. Mel is getting ready to walk in. And Marcel is like, yeah, you know, well, Stormy was doing all this stuff before TV. Stormy was successful before we got on TV. Okay, but who's to say that Stormy's business didn't get even more successful from her being on TV? And yes, Stormy does. She has good products. I'm not going to take that away from her. But if she get them out to people on time, which shout out to her, I guess she's been doing that recently. So this show can actually tear people's business down too. Because a lot of people, because they ain't like sis, went and found out that she had all these bad reviews on the Better Business Bureau. So just because you on TV doesn't guarantee you success. She in all these stores, and now people are sitting up here talking trash about her business because she on TV. So why are you... Let me explain something to y'all. And we said this, and I'm not going to dive too deep. It's a lot of social media famous people out here that we see all the time, how they looking like they living the life. They looking like everything looks good. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors out here. Okay. And behind the scenes, they really doing bad. Most recently, this whole LaShondra and Rashandra stuff, the people that's on Instagram, child, about to get kicked up out the damn house. But you know, the one lady ain't know what was going on. Child, I don't know these people, but that's a perfect example. You got Tisha and Marcel lying every day about their life on TV, living from pillar to post, acting like they rich, and they're not. So don't come for us telling us that being on TV is the only reason why somebody's successful. Because being on TV is probably the reason why your ass ain't got shit. because you've been fronting so much in the community. Now it's being put on blast that you really don't know what the hell you're doing or what you're talking about. So know this, TV, this TV, it can go good or bad for you, either way. Okay. Hell, TV is how we figured out that chocolate in the bottle, the product that you got in every corner of the screen, ain't even yours. You had people out here researching the fact that you lied about that. It's not your product. You don't own it. Child, I'm telling you, people just be on TV just lying. Shay Renee, the best YouTube channel. Oh, thank you so much, Michelle. Don't be making me get on. Y'all know I'm a Cancer. And we be getting emotional sometimes, okay? In different directions. Don't be having me crying on here. Thank you so much, Michelle. I really appreciate. Oh, that is so sweet that you said that about me. I love you. Thank you. All right, y'all. Let's move on to Mel walking in the building. Okay, so Mel walks in here looking vacation fresh and fancy free. Shout out to, you know what? I got to leave that on the screen because that is good for my self-esteem. Okay, I like that. So Mel comes in with her freshly curled wig, child. She about to go get on the plane. She about to be sipping some pina coladas because she ain't got time for anything that y'all talking about right now. So she comes in and gets right down to business. My girl sits in and puts her feet up under the table. And she like, okay, well, what was saying? What was going on? Like, I just walked in here. Because they still in the midst of talking trash. And they said, well, Marcel did apologize to her. And then Maurice is like, so Mel, did Marcel apologize to you? She's like, wait, what? I just walked in here. Like, what it do? I came in here to get some advice. And I didn't come in here to be doing all that. I didn't come in here for all that. So then she's like, yes, he apologized to me. It took him a long time to get there, but he apologized to me for all the jabs that he throws and trying to, low rate my business. And I'm like, well, he really didn't mean it because he tried to drum it back up in here to act like he all that. I'm like, child. So then, as the conversation goes on, she begins to start talking about the expo. She gets right down and dirty to it because she like, listen, I got a plane to catch and I'm not about to be sitting here with y'all fools too damn long. So Mel says what she would have liked to see as a critique for the expo is that they could have had more small group settings for like makeup artists, hair stylists, art, main artists, photography, stuff like that. And Tisha said they took it out due to the lack of assistance for the first event, but she said she really does think that would add some perspective in the next event. So Stormy talks about being more motivational because a lot of people don't really have a lot of money to pay for all the resources, to get their business started up. Now, I will say this. And I think I've told y'all this before. Motivational speeches to me don't mean shit to me. Tell me how to get to the bag. That's what I want to know. But I must preface that by saying I don't think that's what Stormy was saying. I think she's saying, yes, we want to give them resources, but we also want to encourage people because sometimes people get discouraged when they see how much stuff costs, when they see how hard it is, or when they find out, oh, okay, so I got to do this. I got to have an LLC. I got to have this in place to start a business. I got to, oh my God, a store costs this much. Oh, wow, this is how much my products cost. Stuff like that. Startup cost is real. Okay. Startup cost is real. And when Stormy said motivational, I think she's saying, sometimes people need a little motivation to help themselves to keep going. To say that, okay, because I don't have this right now, that I can still try to figure out, at least I know what to do. I have the resources. I have the people that are going to tell me how to do it. And I know where to go and get more information, right? So Marcel was like, yeah, and he cuts her off and he's like, yeah, people need more than motivation. Like people need, people want to know how to get their business started. They don't want to do this and that and third. I'm like, and I was saying that for a point. When I used to do network marketing way back when, those motivational speeches used to piss me off because it's like y'all are just trying to get me to go out here and scam people so that I can make you more money. That was the motivation. You ain't tell me how y'all was getting all these people to join this business and how you was selling these products. I end up finding out later you signed up your grandma, your grandfather, and all their friends at the church and this, that, and the third, and y'all scamming and scamming and scamming. And you looking like you doing all these great things with these products, and you're not. You motivationally speaking to my dumb ass for me to go out here and really try to sell it and get you business, but I'm never going to reach where you're at. That's not what Stormy was saying. So Marcel tried to make it seem like that. And so Mel is like, no, I get what Stormy is saying. She's basically saying that we're going to show people the business element, but we're going to motivate them to actually get it done and to figure out what they need to do to move to the next step. And I'm glad that Mel defended Stormy in that moment instead of, moving into throwing some more jabs like Marceau did. Because now Stormy can see, okay, Mel maybe she isn't shading me. Maybe she does support me. And Stormy is just so hell-bent on calling Marceau a bitch at this moment that she can't hear nothing else he's saying. So Stormy at this point is just tired. She's like, why do we even come here? Like, I didn't know. I thought this was going to be a session for us to talk about the next expo and what's going to happen from these critiques, not a whole critique the Scott session. So then they proceed to keep on talking, and Tisha gets upset. Now, mind you, everybody in the room that had a critique for this thing. Kimmy said that she didn't, they all came to the conclusion that they didn't like the fact that Marceau came at the last minute charging people $100 and how it wasn't organized and how they collecting money from the people on the day of. Because my thing is, if I'm a vendor and I'm just starting out my business, don't count my coins. You don't know if I came here with my last dollar thinking, okay, I know that this event is going to do well. I bought these products because I'm planning on making at least $300 so I can buy my groceries and take care of my kids. You don't know what I came to this event to do. Then I'm walking in the door blindsided and you asking me for $100. These are small businesses. You don't know if those people had that $100 or not, because a small business, sometimes $100 can seem like a lot of money to have to pay out. So everybody was pointing that out, that you asking people for money at the last minute is very unprofessional. So Kimmy was like, yeah, you asked Stormy for the money. I didn't know that we had to pay until Maurice told me. She confirmed it. And then Maurice still sitting there acting dumb. Like, wait, Kimmy, you didn't know that we had to pay? Y'all had a whole conversation in the park where y'all talked about the fact that she didn't know that y'all had to pay. Stop lying, Maurice. You sitting up here capping for your dumbass brother. Just stop. Because that's going to get your ass off the show even faster with your Casper looking ass. Maurice gets on my damn nerves. So Mel is constantly looking at the clock like, okay, so y'all on that bullshit. Let me just say what I got to say and get the hell on up out of here. Mel says, listen, I look forward to next year, everything being a bit more organized. We have the vendors in place and we have everything kind of laid out to what it's supposed to look like, because a more organized event, maybe I'll want to participate. And I loved how she slid that little dig in there at the end. And they so dumb. They try to slide digs at people all the time. And they didn't even catch that Mel was like, basically, if it's organized, then I'll participate. Basically, she didn't want to participate because y'all look dumb. Y'all ain't had y'all shit together. And you lucky she showed up for a few minutes. So she's like, yeah, if everything looks good, again, kudos to you guys. I think it was a great idea. I think you gave it the good old college try. But yeah, when it looks good next year, if you take all of these things into consideration, right? First of all, Mel came in there and created a whole event for them. Just her sitting there in 5 minutes. She the one told them about sponsorships. They wouldn't have never thought about that. Mel planned their whole event for them, sitting there for 5 minutes, ready to go get on the plane. Y'all need this woman. And I think that bothers them so much from the pits of their soul. They can't stand the fact that they need Mel. They do. They wouldn't know what to do without this lady because they're so unorganized and everybody is so busy trying to be like her that it pisses them off that she doing the motherfucker without no man, without nobody bullshitting her. She is living her best life. And they can't stand it. They can't stand it. She came in there with her Mrs. Roper get up on, her wig, and her vacation purse, child, and her slides. She's like, oh, I'm getting ready to live my best life. Okay, and I'm gonna fix your life real quick, like at Yonla before I leave here. I'm gonna come and give you your critiques, and then I'm gonna head on out. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, me and my Miss Roper jumper. Okay, so moving on. Stormy is like over it. She's like, y'all, this man is over here acting like a bitch. Like, I gotta go. And so Maurice is like, why are you calling him a bitch? Like, why are you saying that? And so she's like, really? Really? You over here trying to defend your brother? Like, I can't. So Stormy turns to Courtney and she's like, man, I'm ready to go. I could have stayed home for this because this is a waste of my damn time. And rightfully so. I agree with Stormy. Stormy got too much damn money to be sitting here playing with y'all. Y'all don't need to be sitting up here wasting these people's time like that. Okay? Despite what y'all think about Stormy, that woman works her ass off in her business. She does. She's probably made some poor decisions as far as employees from here and there that slowed down her production and probably too loyal to family at times. But that lady is passionate about her business. Okay, and we can't take that away from her. So you sitting over here wasting her time talking a bunch of y'all used to wasting time because y'all ain't got these Scots ain't got shit going on. You the 2.0 Scots over here building a building for a business that ain't gonna come through. They don't even know whose credit they improving. Are they doing mortgages? What are they? They don't even know what the hell they doing. They just got offices just to act like they got one. And I'm like Tisha over here getting kicked out of offices because they moving left and right. Think we don't know that y'all renting offices, but you still getting kicked out, but you own 85% of your business, child. And Marcel and you getting sued left and right, and you about to rent some damn furniture. Y'all don't got shit going on. So y'all can sit in a room in a damn half rectangle and talk shit all day because you ain't got shit going on. So Stormy and Courtney really got stuff going on. They got orders to get out. They don't got time to be sitting here playing with y'all, with your dumb asses. So moving on, Marcel continues to try to gaslight Stormy and talking crap. And Stormy is like, y'all just need to get it together because I'm sick and tired of this. So Stormy says, Kimmy confirms that they didn't know about paying. Marcel tries to gaslight her, saying, well, it's just like if I invite you to my birthday and now I have to make it clear with my invite that it's not your birthday, it's my birthday. What the fuck are you talking about? Well, happy fucking birthday, my nigga. Like, okay, what the hell are you talking about? This don't make no damn sense. You talking about birthday parties and invites. We're talking about you being professional and requesting $100 from people before the event. And Mel was talking about, I'm not participating in no events until y'all organize because you asked people for money after the rodeo started. That's not professional. And then Tisha getting mad at Mel, talking about, no, well, actually, it wasn't the event. Okay, the event, which I want this bitch to learn how to talk because I'm sick and tired of it. Okay, you a grown ass woman, learn how to speak. She's getting on my, and then you're doing it on purpose at this point, and you're trying to be a smart ass, and you can't even fucking talk. So she's like, no, actually, the event was fine, actually, because, I don't think that anybody needs to be talking about what happened before the event, because that is irrelevant to what happened at the event. Tisha, what the fuck are you talking about? We can't have what happened at the event unless we were doing what you talked about before the event. Remember, there's a cause and an effect for everything. So what the fuck are you talking about in your rabbit ass mind? You try to sit here and tell her that whatever y'all talked about before the event to organize the actual event is irrelevant to what actually happened at the event. So then what you trying to say right here is you ain't playing shit. This was an immaculate conception of an event. We didn't even have to pre-plan. We just walked up in here and everything was good. We did a great job. Yeah, we did a great job. You don't want, Tisha, you don't want no criticism. You don't. You think that everything that you did was great. But I seen you over there writing stuff down when Mel was telling you what to do with the next event to make it better. Y'all just can't stand that Mel is as good as she is. If y'all just sit there and embrace her as a resource, y'all lives will be so much better. That's why your life was good in the beginning. Because she gave y'all resources to not be bums anymore. She helped y'all. But now you too good for her help because you hating. You're jealous. You're just jealous. And you ain't say shit to Stormy about her calling your husband a bitch every 5 minutes. But you want to say it with your chest when it comes to Mel when she just trying to help your dog ass. Girl, Tisha, whatever you got going on in your mind, girl, you got to let that shit go. Because this whole I hate on Mel behind the scenes bullshit. I'm constantly worried about what she doing, matching her hair, but then I want to talk shit when she in front of me, but yet I want to do everything she do. Hold on, I really dream about her all the time, but then I hate her. You don't pick a lane. You don't know what you want to do. And you over here talking shit, and she just trying to help your dumb ass. So Mel leaves, as she should. Excuse me, y'all. Mel leaves out, and they continue to go back and forth. Marcel is constantly trying to one-up Stormy and Courtney. And Courtney just over there looking at him like, wow, you really are a bitch-ass nigga. Marcel is just constantly was trying to find a loophole to talk trash. He trying to be funny and get Maurice and Kimmy over there laughing. And Kimmy is just, she's bored. She's like, we came here to really talk about this event and y'all over here making up. She was like, Marcel, you notorious for wasting our time in meetings. I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you that. You are always ruining meetings and I ain't got time for this shit. Okay. So then Stormy is like, let's get on up out of here. Cause this is too much. Cause Courtney is like, the shit was unorganized. And they told me, how you know you wasn't even there? He was like, I know it was unorganized. He was like, you need to let Tisha handle more stuff because you just over here talking shit. You don't even know what you're talking about. You just talking just to be talking. So Courtney and Stormy said, we've had enough. I've seen enough. So they get up and they walk out. And Marcel was like, okay, have a great day, Mr. And Mrs. Steele. You thought it was funny? You thought you ate with that? You thought everybody in the room was about to laugh? That wasn't funny. And nobody gave a damn. And you knew that Stormy's last name is Steele and his last name is Beasley. You knew that. And Stormy, I'm so glad that she turned around and checked them real quick. She was like, oh, you thought you ate with that? Yeah, he good with that though. So you really thought you thought you had one. But he good with it. So what you mean? You ain't fretting him. You ain't ruffling his feathers by saying that. So did you? What you thought you thought you had one? You know what? Let's take our multi-million-dollar asses and get the fuck on up out of here because this broke bitch behavior right here. We ain't got time for this. That's basically what Stormy was like. Don't worry about my last name, sweetheart. Don't worry about that. Okay? You need to be worrying about your lawsuits and all the stuff that you got going on with you. While you over here trying to find a way to get under my skin. You're not under my skin, baby. Because this skin is glowing. It's glowing. And I can go and I can pay for your ass. How about that? So don't waste. I think Stormy was just mad that they sat up there and wasted her time like that, because she's a businesswoman and she's a mother. Don't nobody got time to be sitting here playing with y'all. So moving on, after Stormy and them left, Tiffany was like, it seems like you just can't take constructive criticism. Like, are you willing to listen to the women? And Marcel was like, I know you're not used to being valued, but yeah, we listen to you here. And he gonna smirk. Here you go, trying to be a fucking clown again. And Tiffany, you be talking so much shit. You should have caught him. I caught him right away when he's talking about something. I know you're not used to being valued. I'd have been like, oh, much like Tisha. You know how you should be able to recognize when you're not valuing somebody, because you treat Tisha like shit every day. But over here, I'm very valued. My husband loves me. Next. So don't try to play with me. Don't you ever fucking play with me like that. That's what they need to do. Cut the head of the snake right on off. Because that shit wouldn't ride with me. Never. Never, ever, ever with that stuff that Marcel says ride with me. And he try to say the little shit he try to say it under his breath. He really be trying to be slick. So you really not funny if you can't even say it with your chest. You a clown. You're a clown. Moving on, y'all. So Kimmy, this whole scene right here, we could have just did away with this. I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all. I like manicured nail and all, but nail, girl, why would you be sitting up here in the town hall meeting and your ass ain't even come to the expo? I don't need you to come and critique shit. You wasn't there. I can see if she came to the event, and that way you could give a critique about what happened, but you didn't come. So, like, why are we even having this conversation? And Kimmy, why did you even invite her to the town hall initially? It seemed like y'all Scots like to invite people to shit and then rescind invitations, much like your dingleberry brain ass sister-in-law did when she invited Nell and Chris to the event originally, and then didn't really formally invite them. You doing the same thing, saying you was going to invite Nell to talk about the event and critique it. Then you bring it back saying, well, I thought about it. It just kind of doesn't make sense for you to be coming and critiquing an event that you didn't even attend, which makes sense. But why even invite her in the first place? Like Nell said. And Nell was continuing on talking about how, she just really felt disrespected because they've had the longest running business in Huntsville. I get it, Miss Nell. I do. But baby girl, you didn't come to the event. So it's just like, let's just let it burn. We don't need your advice at this point. The event is already done. Okay. You didn't come. So how are you going to now come in here and give me advice on an event that you didn't even come to? Girl, okay. But I'm glad that the conversation ended where they weren't going back and forth. And Kimmy basically did say, it's my event. I can actually invite whoever I want. Like, I don't have to invite you or whatever. Which I'm like, Kimmy, that's that Baltimore in you. You getting bucked with Miss Nail, manicure nail, and her windblown wig. Girl, leave that lady alone. Leave that lady alone. So they sit there, have a good closeout of the conversation, and I think Nell is cool with it. She finally made peace with the expo. I'm like, child, I don't want to talk about this fucking expo no damn more. I'm over it. So then we get to the end of the episode with squatting ass Martell. Now I noticed, y'all tell me, comment down below. Martell done pissed somebody off. Because homeboy ain't really on our screens like that. And when he on there for like a few minutes and he gone. He ain't really interested no more. He not. I feel like he does all this stuff to Mel, taking her to court back and forth, just so he can somehow have some relevance. Which I'm like, sir, you can be relevant by not being a douchebag, a dick. How about that? Be a good father to your kids. Be a good co-parent. Stop squatting in people's houses. That kind of thing. That's what you need to do. So he out here faking and frogging with Fred. I think that's the guy name. So now he has a business with Fred. I think it's called Franklin and Holt or something like that. You over here still. I don't understand. What does Martell have on these men in Huntsville? Because why do y'all allow this man to use you like this? He could squeeze milk out of a pecan. It is just crazy how he just constantly uses people. So clearly he's using this man for his builder's license. So Fred like gives Martell all these kudos for finding the lot, paying for it. He got the permits for it and all this stuff so that he can get this house built. I'm like, how he get permits for something and he ain't got no damn builder's license? How he do that? Conning some other people? Because that's the only way I could see him making this happen. He must got a whole other rap sheet or list of people that he conning and carrying on with. So Fred is, having needless chatter with Martell until Chris Fletcher walks up. So Chris Fletcher walks up and he basically like, listen here, I need you to get the hell on about it. This house now. Going on. I done told you. It's been 2 weeks. Okay. You need to get out of the house. I told you. Get on out. Get on out. Get on out. So Martell is like, no, I got it. I found me a place though. So I'm gonna be out. So now at this point, you just dragging your feet because you think you can. That's what that is. Martell don't like nobody telling him what to do or exerting their authority over him. So Fred, who done drank the Martell Kool-Aid, if you ask me, for far too damn long, he's looking at Chris like, well, what's happening? Like, why you coming down so hard on my man? Like, what gives? Fred, mind your business. That's all. Just mind your business, because ain't nobody asked you nothing. Okay, you sit over here and put your little shovel in the ground. Okay, and do what you're doing. Mind your business. Nobody asked you nothing, because this man has been squatting in this house for almost a year. Almost a year. Okay, he's playing with his friends and taking advantage. So you don't sit over here and defend some shit that you don't know nothing about, sir. How you doing? Shut your mouth. You can shut the up. That's what you can do. Okay? So Chris proceeds to tell him, listen, man, you got to get the hell up on out of this house. I don't know where you going, but you got to get the hell up out of here because it's my fiduciary right. Okay? I got to go ahead and exert this to get this, because this man is going to come after you and going to throw your stuff out on the street. Okay? I'm just trying to tell you right now, you're about to get yourself embarrassed. Okay? So then they move on. And Chris pivots into talking about Marcel, talking trash, how he invited him and his wife to the expo, and then they didn't. And then how he didn't know that Marcel acted like he didn't know that they've owned the daycare for over almost 30 years in Huntsville or whatever. And Fred was like, I didn't know y'all had no daycare either. And Chris checked him real quick and was like, well, you don't really know me like that. So I know Marcel and he knows better. But you, I mean, all right, cool. Like, you want to enroll your kids? Like, the fuck? What was the point of you even saying that, Fred? Like, the hell? The tuition is, like, shut up. Shut up. Just stand here and let Martell use your dumb ass. But moving on, they talk about the sponsorships. And Martell was like, they wouldn't even get any sponsorship if it wasn't for Mel. Mel was the one that originally suggested it. So Martell starts to get all Mighty Mouse mad and get all perked up and defending Mel. I'm like, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. You over here defending Mel, but only because defending her is really like defending himself. He goes on to talk about how Mel is a great speaker. And then Fred even said, yeah, I saw Mel. We attended a BBC event together and she spoke at that event. She did a great job. Like, Mel knows what she's doing. And then Marcel says she is a good speaker and she gets paid to do that. And Marcel knows that. He was like, he wasn't saying that when we took him up out of that daggone movie theater wearing them big ass suits. I said, ooh. Marcel, are we getting a little angry? Ooh, you're so angry. In my Lisa Rinna voice. Child, he says they helped Marcel and Tisha because without their help and them being friends with them, they wouldn't have shit. And he actually made them. Well, I never. Okay. You know what blows me about this whole Martell coming to Mel's aid thing? One is very personal for him. He's really, only defending her because it benefits him. But two, you're gonna be right back buddy with Marcel next week. And my thing is, I don't even Martell is divorced now. It's no need for you to hold Marcel's secrets and stuff anymore. For what? You don't need, you said in the next episode that he ain't did shit for you and you don't need him. So go ahead and air him out. But then Martell probably like, I already done told y'all that the man cheats on his wife, but y'all don't want to listen. So why am I going to sit here and keep on talking about it? I'm already divorced from what I done did. So what the hell? I'm going to just go ahead and move on from it and mind my business. I don't even know why child. I don't know how Martell, Marcel, and Maurice even still hang out with each other. I don't even know if they even really cool like that anymore. Because it don't even seem authentic when they're all together. It doesn't. What do y'all have to talk about? Y'all all full of shit. And y'all flip-flop back and forth on each other. And now that Martell don't really need them anymore, he probably like, well, why am I even participating in this foolishness anymore? It ain't benefiting him. So then he says, he don't want Marceau to ever forget what they done did. And whatever God takes, he can take it away. And God don't play. And he don't play either. Martell, you ain't read not one scripture in nobody's Bible, child, please. Okay? Because if you did, you would know that the clownery and the foolery that you've been doing is trash. Period. Okay? Y'all, let's get into a few of these comments. Shout out to everybody that's been commenting in the chat. Y'all know that I am going to do my follow-up video. I'll probably have it out by Wednesday. My Who Said That episode where I will go back and I'm going to choose a lot of y'all comments. So everybody keep on saying what you got to say and say it with your chest because it's going to be highlighted in the video. Okay. And we're going to have a discussion about what you say because I want to see what everybody got to say. But of course, we can't talk about all of it right now because we can't be on here too daggone long. Y'all know I don't like no long ass videos. Okay. Relly, my girl Relly is in the building. What's up, sis? Relly says Tiffany needs the therapy that she ran away from. I agree. Because she's confused and lost, which is usually what adopted kids go through. Dr. Francis tried to tell her, but she knew better. Child, and she thought she knew every daggone thing. Okay? That's her problem. She thinks she know every damn thing. And she don't want to listen. And that's key. I get it. And I think I saw you slightly say something earlier about her in postpartum. I agree with that too. I think she's definitely going through postpartum, but I think she's also amping it up too. And she shouldn't be making Lewis feel bad. And the one says, I don't think they will get rid of Marceau and Tisha if they kept Martell. He was shit on Mel, worse than anyone. He has shown Mel worse than anyone. Tiffany and Lou, ever since they had the baby, I still forget they are on the show. Child, you done said a whole word right there, okay? I think that, you know what? I honestly don't think that they will get rid of them either, but I want them to. This wishful thinking, child. Wishful thinking, okay? Candy says, great commentary, Shay Renee. Insight is on point. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So Treese83 says, so he doesn't respect his daughter's nail polish or hair care. Boom. E-commerce. Okay. They're online selling that stuff. And Tisha just sat there allowing him to talk trash. So you don't respect your daughters or your wife. Your wife came up with these ideas. And even in the next episode, I see him trying to talk trash about Stormy. And even Tisha's like, but I like Stormy. Girl, grow up. You are such a baby. Tisha got to grow up. I'm sick of her. Um. Oh, somebody said they like 41 and Fit's logo. Oh, that's super super cute. Shay, Shay, hey sis, what's up? What's up? Simply how you bees. Um, Miami Gardens now says their humble beginnings helped Marcel Tisha start their business, loaned them a home to live in and a vehicle to drive, plus a platform to build new businesses. Black and chocolate in a bottle. Drop the mother freaking mic. Thank you so much for pointing that out. Okay. Period. We've said this in the last video and we kind of alluded to it here. The Holtz, no matter how much Marcel and Tisha want to try to act like it never happened, they are the reason for this season in your life. You would not be able to be on TV. You would not have the business that you have. Your company name is Sculpt. Scott and Holt put together. Marcel said, I gave you the money to start your business and I helped you and got you enough jobs to where you could buy me out. You don't find people that are willing to do that for you nowadays. And instead of you bigging them up and being, grateful and thankful, y'all want to try to shit on them every chance you get. But you should never bite the hand that feeds you because you needed them before and you'll need them again. Period. Okay? And it seems like y'all need their asses now. If you ask me. All right, y'all. Thank you for coming. Maritha Grace says, hey, Maritha. Maritha says, motivation to me is encouraging and even pushing me mentally and emotionally to another level. I agree because it depends. And again, like I said earlier in the live, it depends on what it's for. When you are in business and you trying to become an entrepreneur and do things on your own. I gave the example of network marketing because child and people always over there trying to scam some damn body, child, depending on what the product is. But that's a side note. But when you're an entrepreneur and you're starting from scratch, bottom up, motivation is very key, and motivation comes in so many shapes and forms. It comes in people showing you what to do. It comes in people building you up, and it comes in telling you that, listen, this ain't gonna be easy sometimes, okay, but the reward is going to be ever so fruitful if you stick with it. And that's meaningful. That is meaningful. Let's keep going. Miami Gardens now says, hey, Maritha Gray, exactly. Some of those motivational speeches can push you to get up and do what you've been thinking about doing. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. LaDon Calhoun says, Marcel must think his man movement to talk to other men, grooming them to think like him and disrespect women is more important than a motivational speech. Sounds like a hater to me. Right. That's his type of motivational speaking. Talking trash about women and getting other people on the same accord. He's a fool. He is a fool. The real VB says Tisha wanted Mel to take over and do all the work. Spend like the folks at my job, lazy half-ass doing ish. I know that's right. I know that's right. Want to take all the credit, put her name on it, but have Mel do all the work. That's trash. That's trash. Why would I do that? And you just mad because Mel didn't give you the whole recipe to make this thing great. She gave you enough. Greedy heifer. Moving on, y'all. Stormy Relly says Stormy was definitely disrespectful, but Marcel was playing games and somebody needed to stop him. Somebody stop him. And I'll be honest, because I can't stand Marcel. I didn't care. I know that's right, because Marcel is just, first of all, let me say this. Stormy constantly calling him a bitch, that's a bold ass move. And you doing it in front of his wife. You doing it with his brother sitting right there. Hell, Martell supposed to be his friend. These are all these people that's supposed to be their friends. And they're allowing you to sit there and call this man a bitch. They must be tired of his shit too. That's all I'm going to say about that. But I agree. It's just too much. Marcel talks too much trash. And don't nobody got time. Maritha Gray says, Shay, since you're being brutal today, I'm here for it. Listen, today I had let it out. I had to let it go, friend. It was just, It's too much. These people on this show is pissing me off. They getting on my nerves now. Melanated Energy says Tisha and Kimmy will not go nowhere and will turn on their own children before they let anything interrupt their delusion, which is sad. It's very sad. And where is Kimmy's son? Where is he? Because we ain't seen Jalen in quite some time. I want to see Jalen. I want to see what Jalen thinks about all the stuff that Maurice be saying about his mother. That's what I want to see. I hope he gets to come on the show and express himself. Channel Roberson says Tisha and Punk Stormy calling her man all types of names, even though he is a bitch. Yes, she want to come at Mel. I don't like Tisha. She just a clown. Her and her man. Absolutely. Because you didn't say nothing. Again, you didn't say nothing to Stormy while she's sitting over there calling your man all types of names out of his name, right? But then you want to jump at Mel because Mel don't have nobody really there to defend her. You think you real slick, Tisha, and you ain't getting away with that because Mel said when Mel walked out after Tisha said that, Mel was like, because what you're not about to do is downplay what I said. I said what I said with my chest, okay? So let me go get on this plane and sip my mojito before I knock your ass out, okay? Let me go ahead because you're trying to play me right now. You trying to play me, okay? Tisha, Miss Ann says Tisha is to be protected because she's so sensitive. Well, you got to have thick skin in business, baby girl. Don't nobody care about your damn feelings, okay? They really don't. I'm trying to tell y'all. Because I be sitting in boardrooms full of people all the time. And do you think they give a damn about my business when I'm presenting about my feelings? When I'm presenting proposals? No, they care about what I'm going to bring to them financially. They don't give a shit about my feelings. I leaves the feelings at the door. Okay? I came here to accomplish something. That's it. Miami Garden now says having Nell and Chris at the meeting would be okay, as it would be a different perspective of how to approach the event in the future. The Fletchers may have been part of many other expos. Yeah, okay, I get that, but for this specific expo, I don't really think that it would have meant anything for them to be there because at the end of the day, Mel gave them. She's been to expos and she told them what to do. It's just a matter of them. It's not even about who says it because they don't really. Let's be real. The Scotts don't value what the Fletchers have to say. They didn't even know the people was in business this long. Marcel sat up there and said the lady just is a pretty woman on Fletcher's arm. He didn't really value, since we want to talk about what the fuck he values so damn much. He didn't value her contribution to their relationship, much like he don't value what a lot of women say. So with them being there, that just would have felt like another set of people bashing them. That's it. And then it really wasn't as effective because they weren't there. I can see if they actually attended the expo, they didn't even come. So you giving your advice on what can happen at other expos is irrelevant when you didn't even come. You get what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying, that they would have provided some good information, but they didn't even come. Right? So that's all I'm saying. But good point. The real VB says everyone's sick of Martell, and he don't have his mother or Destiny to have fake scenes to dig out Mel. Exactly. Ain't nobody trying to be dealing with him and that foolishness, because guess what? Everybody else on this show is realizing that when you effing with Mel, you continuously F with the hand. You're biting the hand that feeds you at this point. And I think Carlos has figured out that he needs Mel for this show to go on, because don't nobody want to just. He tried to test it out to see if we would just watch a show with the Scotts, and the ratings declined. Don't nobody want to just see them. We don't. And we're constantly telling him that we're tired of the whole bullying Mel scene. That's not entertaining. So Carlos don't want to lose his coins either, messing around with these fools. Judy Leo Babe says, I don't think Mel Martell told anyone that Martell doesn't have his builder's license. They are all finding out now who was the brains in his marriage. And Martell probably dropped off the paperwork. Absolutely. 100%. So now he's just basically getting aired out left and right for his lack of. Okay, but I'm glad to see that he got some type of, he must got the gift of gab, child, because he be out here convincing these people to help him do stuff, and I don't know what they getting out of it, to be honest. Tiff J says Marcel don't respect the kids' business because it's not providing a profit for him to use. Right. It ain't providing him enough money to go give to his hoes, allegedly. My thing is, if I don't know how anybody could be his mistress, because I would be ashamed to even say that I did to do with him. Ew. Country Conversations with Diva D says they played that episode of Girlfriends when Joan was sleeping with a man who wore that myrtle. I thought about Mashonda. Oh my God. Yeah, because he was definitely, him and Tisha be laying on the table together. I'm telling y'all, because I seen him wearing that daggone garment and he tried to wear it with no shirt on. I'm like, sir, ew, do a sit up. Kay says Tisha is her mother's daughter. I don't think she's protected, more like pacified. She's as equally as chaotic, her mother. She's just smarter with her conniving ways. Yep, and she got more people. The thing is, Tisha is not as ignorant with it as her mother is. Her mother is openly ignorant and unapologetic about her foolishness and the way she delivers stuff. Tisha tries to act like she's so educated in her foolishness, but everybody sees right through her. Kimmy saw her from day one. Kimmy saw her from day one, even though I ain't over here defending no damn Kimmy by no means, because Kimmy, we see you too. But she ain't fooling with Tisha and her bullshit. Relly says we don't want to see the snots because their lives are fictional. Bada bing, bada boom, friend. They're fake. They're fake. It's fuck. If they were actually being honest, it might have been different. But now we don't care anymore. And we don't. We absolutely do not. Okay. Melanated Energy says the only reason these men are willing to work with Martell is to get women. But I mean, how he gonna get somebody a woman? He barely can keep the women that he got. It's too much. All right, y'all. This is our last comment before I head on up out. I try to stay on here for less than an hour and 30 minutes. I really want to be under an hour, but you know, sometimes it don't end up like that. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis, aka the Scots. And on that note, that is a great way to exit because that is damn funny. Shout out to Camellia Cole for that. But y'all, thank y'all so much for watching and powering through with all the sound technicalities in the beginning. I'm gonna see what's happening with my other phone because that is just weird to me that it was doing that. But y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. Please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else that's watching this show too. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.